Hey, how's it going, YouTube? What is happening, everybody? Thanks for coming back and tuning into another episode of Aquaporn with me, Steve. Follow me around on my adventure. Well, I have some exciting news. You're about to witness a freaking miracle. Now, I've been battling this turf algae, or this algae that I can't identify on my rocks, for over a year and a half. Over a year and a half I battled and was unsuccessful. Did a water change 2 weeks ago. Added this guy here, new Foxface Rabbit. Somebody suggested that to me, and my tank is a little small for a Foxface, so I was kind of hesitant. I found this little guy and I said, well, I can home him for a while, see if he does anything, and he's helped. Now, I'm not going to credit him for taking care of all of it. I also have some turbo snails in there and about 10 red-legged hermit snails to help out, and then I think it might just be at the end of its phase. Now, I put out a video a while back, my experience with dry rock, where I was really pumped and amped about it, and then the terrible thing happened where, you know, phosphates that were locked up in it started spewing out and creating all sorts of algae all over my rock. I determined it was the rock by going through a lot of different things, trying to search for what could be causing the algae outbreak I was having, and I determined it was my rock. So you are going to experience, or you might experience, I should say, some problems using Pukani Dry Rock from Bulk Reef Supply, simply because it's going to have some phosphates locked up in it from dead creatures and what have you, whatever makes it leach phosphates. Now, most of the people I've read online, it's been 6 months. Mine was a year and a half. But my resolve, I did not give up. I didn't give up on this tank, and now I'm really enthusiastic about getting back into the salt. Diving back into the salt and getting this tank going again, because the old Foxface here has mowed the field down. Now, it's not completely gone. I've got some still up here on this rock and on that rock, and then he's nubbed it down to nothing. But as you can see, he did a great job. It's enough for me to say woohoo, like really excited about it. I can't describe how excited I am about having this tank back. Gonna let it go for a little while before I do anything else, but I'm back in the salt, y'all. Getting my elbow deep in the salt. It's awesome. So I'm really excited. I will rehome the Foxface Rabbitfish once he gets a little too big for this tank. I can tell you one thing about the Foxface Rabbitfish: poops like a Great Dane. Like a Great Dane. So I've been watching that to make sure that his waste doesn't put phosphates back into the water column. I haven't done a water change on this tank in about 2 weeks. That's exactly how long he's been in here. I did a water change just before I picked him up, and my phosphates actually went down from that point in time. It was 0.08 when I did the water change. It's down to 0.04 today, and then my nitrates are less than 0.5 parts per million, but more than 0.25. It's like right in the middle there somewhere. But in that year and a half, I guess I learned how to keep water, you know, keep my water parameters where they're at. Next thing I'm gonna do now is try to get the coralline algae spurting. I've got some coralline here on this power head. It's actually purple. I just got this really crappy camera, and it makes everything look brighter and whiter than it actually is in real life. But it seems to grow and then die out a little bit. My water parameters should be fine. I'm at 420 in calcium, and then I have the only thing that's down is alkalinity. My alkalinity is only 8, buffers to 8, so I'll try boosting that a little bit and see if I can spur. Magnesium's good, but I'll spike that so it'll buffer the calcium and alkalinity ratio. And hopefully I can get some, now that this is gone, I'll get some nice coralline growth going and get back on track. Just get this thing going. So, more for you to watch. I'm going to start adding things to this tank again. My battle is over. I haven't had any videos on this tank because who wants to see a guy getting his beat down every week? You know? And that's what it was. It was a beat down, but this just goes to show if you don't give up, you keep trying to figure out what the problem is, correct the problem, and eventually it's going to happen for you. So now that the Foxface has mowed it down, I'm hoping that it just fizzles out and doesn't regrow. If not, he's got an endless supply of extra food for him. Something to nibble and pick on. Only thing I worry about is corals now. I read that they can nip at softies and LPS. So we'll see. But it's over, y'all. I finally got my tank back. At least I hope so. Comment, rate, subscribe. We'll catch y'all next time. Hopefully, we can start getting some color in this tank. Wouldn't that be nice? Have a good one. Thanks for joining me.